All right, this is Senshi, and this is basically a treatment protocol that we're working using a little bit of the Engage Disengage game. So we're using our trainer Zach with my own personal dog Quest. So we've got Senshi here tethered, as you can see, so he can't actually run after the other dog. Now, when you're doing this is a little bit of counter conditioning. When you're doing this, if Senshi is barking, see how his mouth is open? If his mouth closes and he gets stiff and he's staring, that's the one time that we would want to redirect his attention, call his attention. If he won't look at us, go and touch his nose with a piece of cheese, drop it on the ground. We want to try to get him to stop looking at the other dog. And when he's staring like that, what we need to do is get him more distance between him and the other dog. The stiffness is a warning that he's about to start barking and lunging. And so if we read his warnings, then we can get him out of that situation without him having to do that, because when he does the barking, lunging, he's trying to get the other dog to move away. So what we got here is Zach and my dog are right about here, and they're going to appear and they're going to come out here and they're going to go back and forth this way a couple times. Then they're going to kind of do some loops. And when we're doing this, I'm going to take a couple steps back. Senshi's guardian is going to basically give him a piece of cheese every time he disengages. Now, first when we're doing this, we're going to start with the engage. So as soon as Senshi looks at Quest, as soon as he comes in to appear over here, it comes into view, his guardian's going to say bien, which is his marker, and then she's going to give him a treat. And she's going to do that 2 or 3 times, and that's kind of the warm-up. And then eventually we're going to get to the point where we're going to reward the dog for looking away. All right, so let me back up so we get a good camera angle here. All right, Zach, let's go. So you see Zach appear right in here. There you go. So, and we're just watching. Hang out right there. Go in the middle of the driveway if you could. And I wouldn't give him cheese for that. Right there. There, now, bien and cheese. So as soon as he looks at Quest, we're going to say bien and give him the cheese. And we're not going to call him or motion or bien. So we're saying bien, the marker word for the look at Quest. Now you see how he really likes the cheese. He's asking for cheese. So I don't give him any cheese for that because that defeats the purpose. So he looks bien. So we're going to say bien for the look to tell him that's what we wanted. Okay, Zach, let's go around the first tree. So now we're going to switch over to what we call the disengage part of the game. So what we're going to do is, and go ahead and take a step backwards. There you go. So as soon as Senshi looks at Quest, and then we're waiting for, there we go. Now that's the engage. So now we're going to wait for him to look at Quest and then look at you. And when he looks at you, you're going to say bien, bien, and give him that cheese. Okay, go to the big tree. When you're doing this, I've got a little walkie-talkie radio here, and so it's helpful if you have the other dog under your control. So you see Quest is moving there, and Senshi is able to look away. He's sniffing the ground. If a dog sniffs the ground, grooms itself, looks away, is nice and casual. That's what we're looking for. What we're doing a little bit of is called BAT, or behavior adjustment training, where we want the dog to just practice being a dog and not reacting or lunging at the other dog. The guardian said that if Senshi, another dog even just passes by the street, Senshi's barking. But because we're setting him up for success, he's not. All right, let's walk around my car. So now we're going to get a little bit closer. So the idea of this is we're kind of ebbing and getting closer and closer gradually. So now we're waiting for Senshi to look away. Bien. And see how he's, no, wait for him to look, yep. Now the dog's going to come around the car. Just hold still. Right there. Now wait for a disengage. Bien. Bien. Perfect. Walk around the big tree and then go towards my car. That was not enough of a look. Good job. You can turn around right there, Zach. So go to the trunk of my car and then pass on this side of my car. Bien. Beautiful. All right, walk around my car one more time, or 3 more times, and just make the circle a little bit bigger. So now that we've got him warmed up, we can gradually start processing this. Now, my dog Quest right there was starting to sniff. If the other dog wants to sniff, your helper dog, that the Dalmatian's playing a part of right now, bien, let them. If this dog sees that your helper dog is sniffing, that's going to tell this dog, Senshi, that everything's okay. So there's no need to be worried about threatened, feel threatened or anything like that. That dog's just kind of hanging out. Bien. Now, Quest also has some reactivity issues as well, so he is not the ideal dog for this. My other dog, though, go ahead and walk around my car again. My other dog will bark nonstop if I'm not handling her. Just go straight to my car. Do a U-turn there. I want you to go around the car. So, no, just turn to your left and then go around the car. There you go. There you go. Now, next time you do it, just get a little bit further away from the car. You just keep on circling the car. Now, I'm gonna have Zach keep on circling until Senshi actually reacts, just to show you what his behavior looks like so we have it on film. But when you're practicing this, you do not want to do that. All right, Zach, once you get on the far side of my car where you are now, you can just you don't have to go far away from my car. I want to keep the circle getting bigger on this side of the car, not on that side. Bien. Bien. So what are we doing? We're telling Senshi that looking away from the other dog is a good thing. It gets you a treat. And the other dog's not a threat. And after a while, Senshi starts to associate. Just walk along the curb. Senshi starts to associate. The other dog is actually a good thing. Yeah. This is closer than we were able to get last time. Now Quest is, of course, going to do a little bit of business. There we go. So that is a little bit more play. And that was good, but he was engaging with Quest, and that was we're getting towards this breaking point. You can go ahead and go back to your original starting position, Zach. And so that is as close to a reaction as we'd like. Now that was kind of more of a playful reaction.
Yes, he was like.
And yes, Senshi, he's like, I got the mother load of cheese. So anyways, this is a game that we want to have basically have the Guardians practice, and so you follow in that same format, getting closer and closer until eventually Senshi can walk next to that dog, which is what we're going to do next off camera. Right, Senshi? Puppy, puppy. He's like, I'm more interested in getting the cheese.